What's up, Internet? DyceQuirk here, and today I'm going to teach you how to pronounce all of the letters in the Japanese alphabet. And honestly, it's not very difficult. So, make sure you stick around because at the very end of this video, I'm actually going to be giving you a special bonus as well. So, make sure you stick around for that, and let's not waste time and let's get to it. Okay, so the first thing that I want to tell you is in Japanese, there's actually 3 alphabets, okay? First, we have Hiragana. Then, we have Katakana. And third, we have Kanji. So, Hiragana, the first alphabet, is actually used for native words in Japanese. So, for apple, they would have the word ringo, okay? Ringo. And then, basically, these are just words that they already had in Japan. Now, for katakana, the second alphabet, it's used for foreign words. And basically, they just try to phonetically use their own characters to match as closely as they can different words from different places, okay? So, they have ringo for apple, and then they might have another word like aporu. Aporu, for trying to match the English word for apple, okay? And honestly, it doesn't work for every single word, but there's so many words that use katakana to match up with other things like tissue for tissue or naitoma for nightmare. And then we have the third alphabet, which is kanji. And kanji operates very differently from the first 2 alphabets. And let me show you why. If you look right here, I have these 3 charts. Okay, well, 2 charts and some letters on the bottom. First, we have the Hiragana alphabet, and you'll notice that it has a number of letters right above it, and underneath each letter is a column. And these letters are going to be so helpful to you because they help you pronounce everything underneath it. In addition, you'll notice that the Hiragana and Katakana chart have all of the same letters above them, and they have the same number of characters. And here's the big thing. If you learn all of the pronunciation in either the Hiragana chart or the Katakana chart, then you're golden. You actually can pronounce anything in Japanese, okay? Even though there's 3 separate alphabets, each one of them uses the same pronunciations. So, Hiragana, again, is for native Japanese. Katakana is for foreign words. And then kanji, if you look down here, I have this one character here. And you'll see these smaller characters right above it. The characters right above it are called furigana. And basically, all they do is help you know how to pronounce the kanji, okay? So, this one kanji is pronounced watashi, which is 3 letters in the Hiragana or Katakana alphabet, okay? And so, watashi means I. And basically, kanji is going to take a long time to learn, but just know that you usually will have access to furigana, especially if it's a difficult kanji, which means if you can read Hiragana or Katakana, specifically Hiragana with kanji, then you're golden, okay? This second character right here is for cat. It's neko. And you can see that there's 2 characters above it. If you go to the N here, and then you look down the N, you can see that the character actually pops up in here. And then if you go to ko, so go to K, and go down, you can see that that other character's in here. So, let's start making sense of the pronunciations, okay? Let's go over Hiragana. So, you see at the very top corner of this particular chart is the character A. Okay, it's just a regular English A. And underneath it are 5 different characters, okay? Now, to the right of this chart, maybe it's the left for you guys, I don't know, but you can see my mouse circling it here. I have an A, an I, a U, an E, and an O. Okay? These are basically your bread and butter for understanding the pronunciation of everything. If you can understand these, you're good. These 5 characters. So, the first character on this chart, it's in the A line and it's in the A row. It's in a column and row. So it's pronounced ah. Okay? Ah. As in, August. Okay? August. Now, this one character, it's just a vowel. Okay? And I'm saying that because all of the other characters, except for one, is going to always be paired with one of these vowels. Okay? So we have a, and then if you go to the ka row, or the k row, the first character is actually ka. So we have a, then ka, then sa, then ta, then na, and it goes all the way over. So as long as you understand the vowel row, then you can basically figure out the rest of the chart. Okay, so a is a. Next is e. I is pronounced e, like in Hawaii. Okay? E. E. So, that means the next row with a K is ki. The next row is she. And then we have T. We'll talk about that in a minute. Next, you have the U in this column, and it's pronounced oo. Okay? Like upsilon, if you know Greek. Or maybe like a child would go ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay? Ooh. Next, we have the E, which is pronounced eh. Eh. Like an egg. Okay? Egg. Eh. And then finally, we have the O, which is pronounced O. Okay? So, like in Oklahoma. Like in Oklahoma. So let's just go over the entire chart real quick. Okay? So, first we have A, E, U, E, O. A, E, U, E, O. Okay? Next we have the K section, so it's Ka, Ki, Ku, Ke, Ko. Next we have the S section, so it's Sa. S with the I has a special sound, and that is she, Sa, she. Then we have the U sound, which is Su, Se, and So. Okay? T also has two special characters, okay? We have ta, chi. So E with the T sound is chi. It's not T, like Timu. No, it's chi, like cheese. Next is tsu. It's not tu, it's TSU, kind of like tsunami. And we don't have many words in English that kind of match this, but just remember it's tsu. Try to put your tongue at the top of your mouth and make a T sound and an S sound at the same time. Tsu. Okay? After that, there's te and to. Now we move on to the N row. Na, ni, nu, ne, no. Nani, nu, ne, no. Okay? Then we move on to the H, and there's one special one in the H row. We have ha, we have he, and then for HU, it's actually fu. Okay? So they put an F there for some reason. But it goes ha, he, fu. He, ho. Next we go to the M row. Ma, mi, mu, me, mo. And then if you look at Y's, there's actually only three. So there's ya, you, and yo. Now, the entire R row is just a little bit strange. Just a little bit. And the reason why is because in Japanese, there's no L's or R's. They're actually just combined. So, you kind of have to combine your R and L sound when you're talking to, okay? So it's ra, ri, ru, re, ro. Ra, ri, ru, re, ro. Okay? Basically, what you want to do is put your tongue at the top of your mouth and try to make an R sound while you're making an L sound, okay? So, usually, when you make an L sound, la, 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 your tongue is at the top of your mouth. When you make an R sound, r, or ra, 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 it's not technically touching the top of your mouth. So you have to try to put a little bit of raspiness into your L, and it comes out ra, ri, ru, re, ro. Okay? So ra, ri, ru, re, ro. Okay, definitely practice that one. Teaching English over here in Japan, it's very difficult for Japanese people usually to learn L's and R's because they're both combined in Japanese. So if you ever see that, you know why. Next, we have the W row, which only has two characters that are actually used, and that's wa and wo. Okay? Which, this bottom one, wo, is typically pronounced o. But that's just because of grammar and sentences. Right now we're just talking about the pronunciation, so just remember wo. And then we have this last character. This last character is probably the most interesting character in the Japanese alphabet. And that's because unlike every other character that's either a vowel or it's a consonant like a K, an S, a T, and it's paired with a vowel, the last one is just pronounced n. Like in run, run, okay? And usually, in fact, I think almost always, it'll never be at the beginning of a word, okay? It can be in the middle of a word or at the end of a word, but never, never at the beginning. So, we've gone through all of that. Katakana, remember, they're all the exact same. You could just follow the letter at the top and go down with all of the vowels going that way, okay? So, let's take a look at tentens. Okay, in Japanese, there are some characters that you can add a tenten to. And when you add it, it actually changes the consonant that's before the vowel, okay? So, this first character I have up here, I probably should have wrote K for you guys, but it actually is ka from the K group. And when you add a tenten to anything in the K group, it goes to a G sound, okay? So this first one is not ka, but because it has a tenten, which is those two little lines in the top corner, okay? That's called a tenten. It is now ga, okay? The second word is gi. The next one is gu, ge, and go. For S, it goes from an S to a Z sound. This top character is sa, so with the tenten, it goes to za. Now here are some of the troublemakers, okay? I highlighted them in green, these two, for the ta group and for the sa group. And that's because they both have the same sound, okay? And the S group, although it goes to Z, for she, it goes to a J sound, so it goes G, okay? So pronounce that G. So we got za, G, zu, ze, zo. Next we have the T group, which this one's just a little bit weird, okay? So for all of the T's, they go to a D sound. So you have da, and then chi, because it is the same as she, it goes to G. So da, G, and then su is another weird one, and that's why I highlighted it in red. It actually goes to zu, just like su, okay? So they're both zu. So da, G, zu, de, and do. And then for all of the H's, which this top letter right here is ha, they go to ba, okay? So like B sounds. So ba, bi, bu, be, bo. Now there's one more thing that gets added to the H's, okay? And that is a maru. Maru means circle in Japanese. And so if they put a little circle at the top, it goes to a P sound, okay? So this first letter right here is ha, and when it gets a maru, it goes to pa. Pi, pu, pe, and po, okay? Nice. So, katakana does the exact same thing. So again, I'll talk about that a little bit later, but they have the tentens and they have the marus. So there you go. That's how you pronounce all of the letters in the Hiragana alphabet, which is the exact same as the Katakana alphabet. And if you just want to try to memorize all of the different letters that are used, I have a specific sentence that helps me remember like the A, K, S, T all the way down. And that is, a katana sliced through Ned Hugh, my yodeling, rampaging war newt. And yeah, I made that in school. So if you can think of a better sentence, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear it. And also, that special thing that I wanted to give you guys is, if you wanted to, you could sign up for my email list, which basically I'm going to be giving you guys a free chart for Hiragana and Katakana, as well as some partially made flashcards, where all you have to do is write on the back whatever it is that'll help you remember the sound for the character. So, if you wanted both of those things and you sign up for my email, then I'll make sure that I send you guys a downloadable link where you guys can get this particular chart, both of these charts, and it has the tentens, the marus, everything, and it even has the pronunciation written under each one of the characters. So, if you're interested in that, please check out the link below. I'll have it both in the comment and in the description of this video. And if you want to learn more about Japanese, then why not check out this video where I tell you my top 10 favorite phrases for learning Japanese, or this other video where I talk about how to type in Japanese so that you can practice some of these characters online. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope that it's been helpful and entertaining, and if you found it helpful and entertaining, please smash that like button or consider subscribing. So we'll talk to you guys later, and DyceQuirk out.